Yo, what is good everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Following up on yesterday's video by very popular request, we're gonna be doing somewhat of a part 2 to the conversation that we started yesterday. If you haven't seen that video just yet, I'll go ahead and have a card pop up here at the top and have the link below for your viewing pleasure. I do suggest checking that video out after watching this one, but for today's video, we will be touching upon retail pricing, estimated resale pricing, my initial thoughts in relation to sizing of these new pieces, and of course, towards the end of the video, we're going to be discussing where, how, and when to purchase the latest from Fear of God Essentials. Now, just before we proceed, I wanted to give a special thank you and shout out to today's sponsor, Keeps. If you didn't already know, 2 out of every 3 men will experience some level of male pattern baldness before the age of 35, which means a majority of us. Fortunately, there is something we can do about it. The Keep system is designed to prevent, and in some cases reverse, the effects of male pattern baldness. This isn't just a baseless sponsored video because I am a legitimate customer and I can confidently say that Keeps works. As a matter of fact, link below is my full testimonial of my hair loss journey and how I recovered it. When it comes to avoiding hair loss, reversing it is very rare, so prevention is essential. See what I did there? Hit the link in the description to the Keep site and get a full rundown on their best deal available. Thanks again to Keeps for making this video possible. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right back into the topic at hand. For the latest on this drop, be sure to join the Locust&WildHoney Facebook community. There we share information, outfits, buy, sell, trade, all things related to sneakers and streetwear. And we do our best to foster an environment that's polite, communal, and most of all helpful. Also, if you are new here to the channel and you're into Fear of God, you're into sneakers, be sure to hit the subscribe button because that's essentially what we do here at Locust&WildHoney. I've been doing these Fear of God related videos for years and years now, and it's been my absolute privilege to go ahead and serve this community through providing these videos surrounding these aforementioned topics. And so it'd be really awesome if you stuck around. Anyways, let's go ahead and start this video off strong and let's talk footwear. If you follow me on Instagram, then you may have seen that I posted the Birkenstock Fear of God collab. First things first, big thank you to Maria Labson for the sneak peek and assisting me with this video. But yes, Fear of God has yet another footwear collab to add to their resume, which already includes Vans, Converse, Nike, Xenia, and now Birkenstocks and Adidas, which is currently in progress. I do anticipate retail to be $180 to $200. That has yet to be confirmed, but based on a pair that's similar, like the Kyotos by Birkenstocks, that isn't actually a collab, those are priced at $140. So with the Fear of God name on there, you just could assume that you could tack on a little bit more. Also, that puts it in that same price range as the Fear of God Californias. I do think people will really enjoy these. I know that I've personally loved the few pair of Birkenstocks that I currently own, and they're gonna serve to be a really great entry point for those who have yet to try Birkenstocks. Now, if you don't want to wait it out and you want something similar looking, as I've already mentioned, go ahead and check out the Kyoto sandal, that of which is readily available for purchase. Now let's go ahead and transition over to the apparel side of things. I'm going to be as concise as possible with regard to this list because as you can see, it is very, very lengthy and I know your time is valuable. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, I will be answering them in the comment section down below. Go ahead and start with the first item here, and that is the 1977 Essentials tee. It will be dropping in 3 primary colorways, as you'll see as a resounding theme throughout the duration of today's video. First off, we're gonna have an iron, which is black. It's kind of like a washed black. Next, seafoam, which is somewhat of like a muted greenish, like a muted pistachio is what I would like to describe it as. And then there's wheat, which is like a muted tan. Here on the screen, you do see the muted tan or the wheat colorway. And as you can see up front, it does read in 1977, which does depict the birth year of the man himself, Jerry Lorenzo. These 1977 tees will fit oversized. So if you want a more true fitting form size, size one size down, but for intended fit for that oversized look, go ahead and take your true to size. Moving on, we have the football tee. This is also going to come in all 3 colors. This one is going to be very oversized, boxy, and going to have a crop to it. I personally find these proportions to be a little bit less than ideal, so I personally will be skipping on this piece. But if you guys are looking to purchase this, I might recommend taking a size down. Retail is going to be at $55 USD. Moving on, we have the long sleeve polo and rugby knit, both of which will be coming again in all 3 colorways, iron, seafoam, and wheat, both of which will be fitting oversized. As you can see on the rugby knit, you have that 1977. And for the polo, it's going to be that standard polo that we've seen time and time again. And I don't anticipate there really being a change from the previous long sleeve polos outside of the fact that they're coming in a new variety of colors. Next up, we have a new texture added to the essentials lineup, and this is the velour mock neck. And this one's going to be priced at a retail price of $100. For this one, I do recommend taking your true to size to give you an overall oversized cozy fit. Next, we have outerwear and sweatshirts, starting out with the cable knit turtleneck, which will be offered in all 3 colors, wheat, iron, and seafoam, at a retail price of $150. I definitely recommend taking your true to size on this piece, despite the fact that it looks pretty big. I personally can see myself doing my little DIY that I tend to do and cropping it a little bit. I can see that looking really, really good. But yeah, for this one, I do recommend taking your true to size because you're gonna have that drop shoulder effect, and it's gonna just fit really nice and cozy in that regard. Next, we have the Storm jacket, and this one is a bit on the pricey side, being at a retail price of $285. And it might sound a little bit high, honestly. I thought this was just a puffer in the video before I've seen the pictures that came out. But due to the fact that there is insulating material, it's comprised of multiple layers, the price point does make sense. I don't necessarily see this one going crazy per se, but for those of you who love the brand, who really rock with the Fear of God aesthetic, then this piece will definitely be for you. I can see this one being layered as well, and so in that light, I would take true to size if you plan on layering with, say, a sweater or hoodie. But with that, if you're just gonna wear like a t-shirt or something underneath, then maybe sizing down might not be such a bad idea. The Storm jacket is offered in all 3 colorways that I've been mentioning throughout this video, so you do have some options on that front. Next, we have another outerwear piece that is brand new to Fear of God Essentials. This is known as the Quilted Jacket, and I do believe the inner lining will be quilted, as its name entails. We'll have insulating cotton material in between, and then we'll have a nylon outer shell. The price point on this one is also somewhat high at $275 and will be offered in all 3 colorways. I personally think this is a very fire piece and can definitely see myself purchasing this one for the personal. Next, we have the Coach's jacket. We've seen the Coach's jackets in the past. This one does have a nylon satin-ish looking finish. They are pretty oversized, I will have to say. I had the one from the previous collection, and yeah, it fit really big, rendering it pretty unworn, for a lack of better words, and so I'll probably pass on this one for myself. With that being said, this one is also going to be offered in all 3 colorways at a price point of $160. By the way, I won't be mentioning anything relating to resale unless the items I think will resell. So if you guys are wondering, oh Paul, you said you talk about resale, I will be talking about resale, but for items that I think will have, you know, a margin worth mentioning. Moving on, we have the Relaxed Fit hoodie, Relaxed Fit Crewnecks, and Relaxed Fit mock necks. The prices are going to stay the same. We have the hoodies at $90, we have the mock necks at $80, and the crew necks as well at $80. You have a couple options here with regard to colors as well as design. As you can see, the 1977 script is on the front. The kids release will still have the rubberized Fear of God logo. which if you're into that and you can fit an extra large in kids stuff, that might be something worth considering. However, with that being said, not 3M this time. No more rubberized logo for the adults line. For the logo items, you're going to have the Fear of God logo on the front of the piece. It'll say Essentials with Fear of God just under that in smaller writing. And I do believe that these are going to be the pieces that have a little bit of resell to them. I don't anticipate crazy margins, but at a price point of $90 is definitely, you know, wiggle room to upcharge, if you will. So I can definitely see the hoodies flipping for like $200 if you can find the right buyer who's in that position to where like it doesn't really matter to them, which is a pretty nice profit. You're looking at 100% profit in some cases. So that might be something worth considering. And if you just want to wear it and sell it down the line, this is something that would probably hold its value pretty well. With these, go ahead and take your normal essential size. So if it's a small, I'll go ahead and just go ahead and take a small. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to bottoms, starting out with the velour pants. This is going to be the set that goes along with the velour top that we kind of touched on earlier. The price point being at $95. I do find this to be a pretty fair price point, just a $5 increase from normal brushed fleece. So for these, I do anticipate them to fit like the previous normal sweatpants. So they're not going to have that relaxed look or that baggy look. Next, we have the fleece sweatshorts, that of which is going to be very, very similar to the fleece sweatshorts that we've seen in the past. They will finish at just about where the knee starts. If you take your true to size for me, I do like my shorts slightly above. I am on the shorter size, so I tend to size down. I do recommend going true to size. You're gonna get that same great comfortable fit, that higher rise or drop crotch, if you will. And they're gonna be really nice and comfortable. And of course, the brushed fleece that comes out of Essentials is generally pretty nice and very comfortable. Now the moment we've been waiting for, the topic we've been waiting for, we have Essentials sweatpants that are fit relaxed. These are known as the relaxed sweatpants. They're going to be priced at the same price as the other ones were from previous collections, like the slimmer ones, at a price point of $90 USD, offered in all three colorways. You can absolutely bet that I'm going to go for all three colorways in my size. Now, if you want them to be pretty baggy, go ahead and take your true to size. Since yesterday's video being released, there's been a lot of good things coming out of the community stating that these are the sweatpants that we needed. Everybody's excited about them. And as a byproduct of that, yeah, I think the sweatpants are gonna have a nice little margin to them as well. I can easily see them going for like $160 on the resale market. So if you're a reseller, there's a little bit of meat on the bone if you wanted to go ahead and pick these up. No, we're not going to be talking about the fleece garments just because I don't believe that they're going to be releasing for this collection. I'm pretty confident about that. I'm not 100% sure. I've been wrong in the past, but I feel pretty good about my assessment, and I do think those are going to be coming for fall winter. Next up, we have the relaxed trousers at a price point of $125. These are obviously going to fit fairly relaxed, similarly to the cut of the relaxed sweatpants, but in a more, I guess, refined variant. This is also a piece that I'm very excited about. Of course, we have seen trousers that look like these, but they were pretty skinny, especially around the calf area. If you're Filipino, then you guys know the struggle of how tapered those were. I personally had to size up one size to be able to just fit in them. So this is going to be a nice change. It's going to be much more comfortable, and I can't wait to try these on. Don't sleep on some of the kids stuff. I mean, if you are of smaller stature or if you're a female, I would definitely consider taking a look at some of those pieces, because I mean, Jerry pulled no stops with the kids line, man. He really did his thing. And I can see a lot of people enjoying some of those pieces in addition to the adult stuff that we'll be releasing for spring summer 22. And so with that, as I kind of mentioned, we're going to go ahead and talk about how to get this stuff. Of course, it does drop on Fear of God at 7 a.m. on the 10th, which is this Thursday. My recommendation is to wait for the retail release, just because I personally have a really good experience with places like Nordstrom and Essence. I would say those are probably my favorite ways to acquire essentials, just because the shipping is super quick. If for some reason it doesn't fit, you want to return it, that's definitely an option. And yeah, the customer service from both Essence and Nordstrom is very awesome. And so on that topic, both of which will be releasing on the 11th alongside PacSun. For Nordstrom and PacSun, there will be an in-store release. I'll be sharing the store list in the Facebook group once that is available. And for Nordstrom, I'll be doing the same thing as well. All three will have an online release. For Nordstrom and PacSun, that'll be at 8 a.m. I do recommend being in front of your computer ready with autofill on. If you have Apple Pay, that's definitely an option as well, or PayPal. That's also very good. But yes, for Nordstrom and PacSun, the release will be on the 11th at 8 a.m. and that's going to be online. For Essence, there is a tentative time of 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All of this information is subject to change, and I'll do my best to keep you updated. So be sure to be following me on Instagram, because I tend to share as much information as I can in my stories, as well as links, in addition to everything that goes on in the Facebook group. So yeah, I think we're ready. Honestly, I'm very excited about the release. I want to hear what you guys have to say down below. You guys excited? What piece are you the most excited about? That is the question of the day. I'm really curious to see, and we can kind of survey what everybody's going to be going for. With that being said, guys, stay tuned on the channel, stay locked, because I will be vlogging this release for in-store, and I'll be doing a full review of everything that I purchased, and I'm going to try and get at least one of everything if that's possible. Even if I don't like it, just for the sake of like helping you guys with information. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by the channel once again. I do appreciate all of the continued support. It truly is such a privilege of mine to serve you through providing these videos and making them for you. So it's just insanely how many guys come back to the channel. If you did enjoy today's video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as it does let me know to keep the content coming. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And as always, as the end of every video here at Locust&WildHoney, I'm going to say peace and be blessed.